If you're in the closet and you don't want to come out of it, yeah. I don't know if in the closet is offensive or not. If you're closeted and you're not ready to be out yet, you want to come out on your terms, stay in the fucking closet, nigga. Am I wrong for saying that? Like, stay in the fucking closet. All right, y'all, we back. Right back after the other one. Like I said, we're right back. This one, subreddit, am I the asshole? This is my favorite subreddit, bro. This is my favorite shit. We get to read these people either be dickheads or potential dickheads. And we get to just either clown them, judge them, or give them the validation that they weren't looking for. This is my type of shit, bro. I read this all the time. I go through it. I watch the little videos on TikTok and YouTube shorts. Like, I'll be honest, I'll be locked in with the Am I the Assholes. I be having some opinions, so I figure I'm gonna let y'all in here. I'm gonna let y'all into this little brain that I got. We're gonna lock in. This one says, am I the asshole for telling my son that he is obviously gay? In the words of T-Rel and Smack, it's a wobbler. It's a wobbler. My son, 17-year-old male, has apparently been in the closet for the past 7 months. So my son is fairly masculine / straight acting, if that makes sense. However, he's very obviously had a boyfriend, an 18-year-old male, for the past 7 months. He sometimes baby talks to this boy, hugs him all the time, has called him handsome, shares clothes, sits away too close to each other to the point where they're basically cuddling. Oh, I think he said sits way too close to each other to the point where they're basically cuddling. He closes his bedroom door when with him, but not any other friends. Sees him like every day, buys him gifts, and for the past 7 months now, he always smells great, has his hair fixed really nice, and dresses nicer, among other things. Today I asked my son if he was going to invite his boyfriend on our trip, and he got awkward and said, "That's not funny." I asked what he meant, and he said, "I'm straight. That's not funny." I laughed, and when I realized he was serious, I started laughing even harder. I told him he was very obviously in a relationship with a guy and did a terrible job at hiding it. He got emotional and started asking me to not tell his dad. My husband already knows. Like I said, it was obvious. Then he got upset, saying I outed him when he wasn't ready. He hasn't said a word to me in a couple of days. Am I the asshole? Do I do it? Got to. I gotta be honest. I have to be honest. And I'm gonna, this is the perfect time to put a disclaimer. I'm not the most politically correct person, bro. I don't believe in everything that society is like trying to push. That's not to say that I'm intolerant. That's not to say that I'm intentionally disrespectful. And that's not to say that I don't accept people for who they are. I will say, I don't think the mom is the asshole for this. I don't understand what this whole like, well, I don't want to say I don't understand. I do understand. I understand outing someone can be a pretty serious thing. What I don't get is why the son is so like hurt because his mom found out. It's not like the mom found out, had her inkling, and then just started telling everybody. And you know, it could be the case. She didn't post that she did that. So I can only go based off the text. From what it sounds like a regular person, which this boy is. He's 17, you know, he's at that age where he's starting to explore himself sexually. I for sure was at 17. I know many of y'all watching was at 17 and younger. We're not gonna act like we brand new here. I'm a grown ass man. I'm not gonna sit here and hide from shit no more. I get where he's coming from though. It's kind of like, this is how I would have been at 17 if my mom found out I had a girlfriend and I didn't tell her yet. You don't want to act like you're hiding your significant other from somebody. Say I had a girlfriend at 17, which I did. But like, if I brought that girl to my crib and like my mom was home, my siblings were home, etc., I don't want to act differently around her just because I'm with my family and they don't know about her yet. It sounds like the parents know this guy. They just don't know the specific relationship that they have. He's just acting super obvious. He's just telegraphing his shit very obviously. You know what, man? If I had a girl over or around me, because I would never bring a girl to my house at that age. Nah, that shit wouldn't happen. If I had a girl over like now and my mom was like,
"You act a little different around this girl. Like, what's going on with y'all two? Like, that's your girlfriend?"
and I'm kind of just like, what? Nah, like, good plan. That's not funny. That's exactly how I would react. So I understand where he's coming from. But then if my mom was like,
"Yo, it's obvious that that's your girl. Like, you don't gotta lie to me."
and then I start getting mad, like, yo, what the fuck, bro? I wasn't ready to introduce you to her yet. Like, I wasn't ready for you to know all this. Ethan from the Sidemen puts it very beautifully. This is a phrase that I live by now. The game is the game.
Game's the game.
The game's the game. If you weren't ready to be out, if you're in the closet and you don't want to come out of it, yeah. I don't know if in the closet is offensive or not. If you're closeted and you're not ready to be out yet, you want to come out on your terms, stay in the fucking closet, nigga. Am I wrong for saying that? Like, stay in the fucking closet. What did you think was gonna happen? You're over here, you're acting different. You're calling the dude handsome, sharing clothes. You're closing the door when he's in your room, but you don't do that for nobody else. You damn near cuddling with bro off to the side. You start fixing your hair up. You start getting dressed up when he come over. You start smelling good. Like, these are all telltale signs of a man that is in love, bro. These are all telltale signs of a man that's caught feelings for somebody, man or woman, boy or girl, depending on your age. Like, this is all telltale signs. So you can't be mad at your mom. One, noticing it. Two, pointing it out to you, and three, being so cool about it, because all she did was laugh. And it wasn't like a I'm making fun of you laugh. It was more of a like, ain't no fucking way you didn't think I noticed that kind of laugh. Oh, that's so cute. Bro was trying to sneak around with his little boyfriend and like didn't think I was gonna know because I'm his mama, and now he don't want his daddy to know because like he's embarrassed. And like, that's the type of vibe that she gives me. She was just saying that he's very obviously gay. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I do think as his parents though, y'all should be considerate of his feelings now that you do know. And well, you had your suspicions and he confirmed them for you. So now that y'all know collectively as a unit, you, your husband, your son, I don't know if you got other kids, but this needs to be a secret, I guess. That's for a lack of a better term. There's got to be a confined conversation until he's ready to start telling people. And don't start making the boyfriend uncomfortable. Treat him like you would treat his homies. And y'all just keep it pushing until he's ready. Because who knows? He's 17. A year from now, he might not be into guys that much. Or at all. Like, he might decide, you know what? This dude wasn't it for me. I'm going to go kick it with this girl. I kind of like this girl. You know? So don't be quick to pull the trigger without his consent, without his approval, and without his say-so. That's his life. And it's his way of life. And once he's ready, whether or not he's gay or he's straight or he's bi or whatever he is, he'll come out when he's ready. And if he feels like he needs to come out to you officially, then allow him that courtesy. That's where I'll go with it. Because that's how I would want my homies to be treated. That's how I would treat my son if I had one. That's how I would treat any of my brothers if this were to be them. Same for my sisters. Like, this is how I would go about it. But come on, like, especially in my family, like, you gonna get clowned if we find out you got a little boyfriend and like you was trying to keep it a secret. Like, we're not gonna sit here and like demonize you or shame you because you gay, bro. If you gay, you gay. We'll talk about it. We'll sit down. We'll have a discussion. You know, we'll make sure, especially if you're a minor and you're not at the age of 18 where you're not of legal consent, depending on the state. But we would sit down and talk with you and make sure that you're making the right decision for yourself. And when I say that, I mean, as far as, are their feelings, for a lack of a better term, are their feelings valid enough to justify feeling like I'm gay? Because sometimes you don't know. So like, I remember when I was a kid, this is gonna be some real deep shit. I've never told anybody this publicly. I need this for me now because I'm getting this off. There was a time when I was a little kid where I did some gay shit. Like bro, like I'm not gonna get into detail because I was a child and it doesn't matter because I don't feel that way now. But when I was a child, bro, I could have went that route. Like, if I would have continued and got older, And my parents didn't sit me down at a younger age and kind of explain to me, like, to the best of their ability, what love is, what sex is, what sexual attraction is, what being gay, being straight, all of that meant, and the weight that held, and that's not a decision that you can just make one day. You kind of have to know it, like, for a fact. Shout out to my parents for, and really my mom, for sitting me down and really like elaborating on that shit, because I could have easily gone either way. When you're a child, you don't know. Even when you're in high school, like up to your senior year, you don't really know shit. I'm gonna be honest, I still don't know shit now. I know a lot more than I did when I was 18, 19, and I'm 22. Like, I just turned 22 less than 2 weeks ago. And I feel like I know exponentially more than I did when I was 18, 19. It comes with life experience. It comes with meeting people. It comes with the world changing, society changing. Like, you learn a lot. And at 17, you definitely don't got everything figured out. You could just be going through a phase, and that's okay. Don't let people pressure you into thinking that you're one thing when you could be something completely different. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna move on because this was long winded as fuck. I spent like 15 minutes on this shit.